What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Professional, back at you again with another one. So today my topic will be about mentors. How do I find a mentor? How do I identify a mentor? What do I do if I don't have any mentors that are immediately available around me? So don't worry, I'm going to help you out. Just make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video. So one of the first things that you have to consider when you're looking for a mentor is, who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? And what am I looking to accomplish? That is the first step before trying to find a mentor. You have to look inward, right? So, and the way you do that is by creating a plan for yourself. Where do I want to be in 1 year? Where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 10 years? You have to ask yourself these questions. And by outlining your life, getting your ducks in a row, from that point, you can then seek out the type of mentor that you want. And again, guys, I know the name of my channel is Professional. I'm here to give professional advice, but this is something that you can apply in anything that you do, right? So for instance, this whole YouTube thing, this is only my third video. I'm still very new to YouTube. There's a lot of nuances I don't understand. I had to understand what I wanted to accomplish, where I wanted my channel to go, and I had to find a mentor, and I did. Amir Samdabadi, shout out to him. So he's my mentor. But before I reached out to him, I had to understand where I wanted to go, right? Because I didn't want to waste his time. So that's one of the first things that you need to do before deciding, before seeking out a mentor. So the next thing that you need to do is you need to look around and see who can you learn from, right? And again, it all goes back to setting that plan for yourself. So let's use me, for example. I started off as an intern. I knew I wanted to be an engineer. From that point, I knew I wanted to get into sales. I've done everything so far. My next step is maybe getting into entry-level management, director, VP, and if the Lord says the same, CEO, right? But in order for me to accomplish all these goals, I had to look around myself and see who is a sales guy that I like, that I admire, and that does the job very well, right? Ask those questions. The next role, manager, first level manager. Who is a manager that I like, respect, does the job very well? Who is a director that I like, respect, does the job very well? And then so forth and so forth and so forth. And also a huge misconception is that people think that they can only have one mentor, right? They don't want to cheat on their mentor. Not true. You have mentors for various different things in your life. So for instance, in my personal life, I also like to box. So I have a mentor that's a really great boxer. Now, he can't give me any advice about professional America, but he can teach me how to throw a mean left hook, right? So that's a mentor, and I respect him as such. I have to, right? So just keep that in mind. You may not be looking for just one person. You could be looking for a community of people who support you, right? So yeah, look around and see who you can learn from. From that point, see, this is so important. Is this someone that I actually like? Someone that I'm actually compatible with? Someone who I actually wouldn't mind meeting out for lunch, you know? That's very important. That's very important. For instance, I work in sales. There could be a guy who blasts his quota out every year. He's always in the multipliers. But if I don't like him, if I don't vibe with him, if I don't like his morals, his ethics, the way he talks to people, the way he treats people, the way he treats his colleagues, he's not going to be a good mentor for me because we're not compatible. I don't respect him. And also, you don't want to come off as a brown noser, right? That's not what we want to do. So find someone that's doing the job well, but that you can also connect with. Someone that you can trust. That's also important. You don't want your mentor telling the world your problems or telling the world your goals unless they're about to sponsor you, you know? So find someone that you can trust. Now, how do you ask someone to be your mentor? Now that's something that a lot of us have problems with because we, as humans, we're very prideful people. You know, it's kind of hard going to people for help. And I mentioned that in my last video. A lot of us, we live in those shells. I don't have my egg, but we live in those shells, right? And we don't want to ask people for help, right? Get over it. It's a fact of life. You need help. At some point in your life, you're going to need help. It could just be as simple as, hello, how you doing, Mr. or blase. I see that you're doing this very well. I would love it if you gave me some pointers. Would it be okay if we met bi-weekly just to discuss this or discuss that? And usually that's enough. And then from that point, they may ask you, what are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish? And that's why it's so important to have step number 1 down. You want to already know, or at least have an idea of what you want to get out of them, right? And from that point, you could potentially have a great mentor. Or maybe because this happens as well, maybe they may say, hey, I don't think I'll be the right person for you, but let me introduce you to someone else. Now, did you see what just happened there? So even though he knows he may not be the right person, or she, they're introducing you to someone else that could help you. So this will never be open to you unless you ask. So that's why it's very important that you get out and ask. Get out and assert yourself, apply yourself, go out and grab the things that you want. Lastly, what do I do if there are no mentors that are around me? There's no one that's doing what I want to do. There's no one, or maybe there are people who are doing what I want to do, but I don't really care too much for them, or maybe they don't care too much for me. That happens. What to do next? So from that point, I'll give you guys a story. So when I was an engineer, I knew I wanted to become a sales engineer or solutions architect. That's what we call it in IT. I didn't know any solutions architects that were cool, at that time. So actually what I did was I got on LinkedIn. I found a guy who was a solutions architect. He was in my company, and I noticed that we had a similar background. So he was from Houston. He pledged a fraternity that was in the Divine Nine, or NPHC, and he used to step like I like to step. And apparently there were a lot of similarities. So from that point on LinkedIn, I reached out to him and said, hey, I'm Sidney Taylor. I'm new to the company. I would really like to become a solutions architect. I see that you've done it. Would you mind giving me pointers? And from that conversation, he gave me the path to become a solutions architect. And I was able to rely on him for mentorship for many years, even now to this day. And I didn't know this guy from a can of paint. Didn't know him at all. Never met him in real life. Just reached out to him on LinkedIn, sent a respectful, direct message. So I didn't say, hey, what's up, homie? Can you show me the ropes, bro? But also I didn't want to come off as a brown nose or anything. I gave him respect. I said, hey, listen, I'd like to become a solutions architect. Could you tell me how you did it? How did you get from point A to point B? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? What is your next move? If he's open to telling you, and all of that stuff will put it in perspective. So with that being said, I'm at the end of this video. Once again, guys, please, I'm trying to grow out my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm here to give you new content every week. Next week, I'll be in Atlanta. So I think you'll like what I'll bring to the table. I'll be in the new studio that my mentor has put in place for me. And we're just going to take this channel to the next level. So thank you, guys. I'm out of time. I'll see you next week.